If you are a person who is always on the chase, you are constantly on the move and doing things, trying to achieve things, and in somewhat always trying to become something. This video is meant for you, and I just want to say this, that it's time for you to actually just relax a little bit and not do anything. Just take a moment off and drop everything and just sit down with yourselves, turn off everything around you, and let yourself be for a moment. Because in this moment is where you will actually learn so many great things about yourself and what you actually really are. Because one of the things that we always hear when we grew up is that we need to do things all the time. That's kind of like almost like a mantra, you know. In order to become a better version of yourself, you always need to do things. You always need to be on the move. Something needs to happen. Because when you have a day off, when you have a weekend off, you don't have anything planned. You're considered a boring person. You are considered a person who has nothing going on for themselves. Then you automatically are perceived to be a person who is unsuccessful. And you're a lack of ambition, you're a lack of drive, and all this kind of stuff. But I would dare to say that the most important progress that we can ever make in our lives is actually to be able to do less and to do basically nothing. Because in those moments is what I've noticed is actually the greatest lessons we can actually learn, because that gives us an perfect opportunity to actually start to point inwards. Because when we are constantly on the chase of achieving things and to do things, we are automatically distracting the very being of ourselves that it actually just wants to be at peace and feel happy. But by us always living through the mind and always on the chase to do things, we're distracting the very precious thing that just wants to be okay, you know. So by sitting with ourselves like this, not doing anything basically, we're actually allowing ourselves to finally connect with ourselves on a much deeper level. So by just turning off the television, turning off the movies or the shows, the music, the podcasts, the people around us, the noise around us, we will finally be able to connect with the very thing that actually creates our lives. I think that one of the reasons why so many people are terrified of this work, you can say, is because it will reveal so many things inside of us. Because first we will probably sit with tons of thoughts just pouring out, and we can choose to give them energy, we can choose to put attention to them, which will most likely create a lot of emotions running through us. But after a while, we've been sitting long enough, we will just finally realize that enough is enough. I can do it more, and I will just be. Kind of like when you experience the really good cry, you can say. When you just let everything out all at once. And after a while, when you have been doing that, you will start to feel very relieved. You will feel like such a big burden have kind of dropped from your shoulders. You will just feel like a moment of peace. And that's usually how it goes. And it's in that moment that you're actually connecting with yourself. You're actually turning inwards. You're actually turning to who you really are. That's why we like to meditate, because it's in that moment, that few minutes that we sit with ourselves, that we actually do that. But most people who start to practice that will realize that it's very hard to quiet the mind, because the thoughts will just keep coming. But it's important to realize that most of the times we do that, it's a practice from the mind. It's not who we really are. So we don't have to meditate in order to connect with ourselves. You can just sit down, viewing maybe the beautiful view, the scenery, whatever, looking out on the window, and you can find that peace there. And if we want to take it even further, we should be able to find that peace wherever we are, in each and every moment. But we gotta start somewhere. But I just want you to drop all these ideas that we need to do so many things all the time. Because most likely those people who always say that and are always chasing and having something going on, those are the ones who are running away from something. Because we can run away to so many things. It's endless of things we can just distract ourselves with. Because when we're distracting ourselves, it's automatically a pursuit of us thinking it will bring the happiness. Because that's what we want, or that's what the awareness wants to be at peace and feel happy. Because it's its natural state. So by you watching this video, I just want to say this, that whatever you're doing now, remember it, that when it's a thought that you have an opportunity there to actually choose to put attention to it or not. That's all there is to it. Even when we're doing things that we might want to quit doing, when you think about the moment you decide to do it, that's a thought that occurs, but you can actually turn down the thoughts. So this video is meant for you who are feeling very stressful. I just want to say this: try to just do nothing, because less is usually more, and I promise you will actually realize it when you do it as well. That's it for today. We talk soon. Bye bye.